On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Swift again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Ravens 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Dobbins trying the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Another run here with Dobbins. 116 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Second down, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does.
But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Jackson will keep it. And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kolar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's another Baltimore.
Now Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 19.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker kicking off for Baltimore.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. So that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Swift going to try up the middle. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Eagles.
They'll run the toss to Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
The score, Eagles 26, Ravens 22. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews
have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Jackson's going to try to sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, second and 10.
In motion left goes Smith.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 20, here's second and a yard.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. And they're going to speed things up here.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 50-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson out to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Back at the 36-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
On 2nd and a yard, Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 43 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Down right around the 25. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.